Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. This is Melanie and today I am bringing you the last 6 days of my December daily. So last week we had ended with the 18th and at that time I had not documented or had not decorated this particular insert. I went back this week and added this felt star with the words Noel, and then on this side I had a wood veneer piece, and all of these stickers are from an old Ali Edwards kit, and I thought that was just kind of fun. It's just a fun insert. For the 19th, I was documenting a photo that a friend of mine had sent. I had made a little crafty advent calendar for her, and so she sent me a picture of her with one of the days that she had opened. For the journaling, I, of course, wrote what I did. I'd also included a transcript of the text message she had sent me, you know, expressing how thankful she was for this gift, and so I just wanted to document that. The minister had a message with the theme Our Peace, and one of the texts he was using was Luke 2, and so I pulled out Luke 2 verse 14. So I'd gone on the internet and did a search for images for Luke 2 verse 14, came up with this one. It didn't fit quite the 4x6 size, and so what I did is I just took some of my washi tape and layered the bottom down here and then added some words that kind of fit with the theme: good tidings, peace and joy and hope. And on the tag I just talked a little bit about the message that he had given us and some things to take away. So I'm sure the 21st, this was a very popular story for many people, and it's all about the Christmas star, and which was basically what they call a grand junction of Jupiter and Saturn. And I had tried to see it in the sky, but where I'm located, the skyline was not great, and so I wasn't able to actually see anything with my naked eye. But I did find a fellow on Facebook, I think his name was Greg Hogan, and he had taken some photos. One was an experimental using a long exposure, which is this photo here, which I thought was really cool. And then this here is a picture through the telescope, and you can even see the moons from Jupiter and of course Saturn. And then I had also found this on something on the internet that talked about how the two planets were getting closer and closer together, and then eventually they swap around. This was also not a full 4x6, so I did the same thing again, added some washi tape and paper and the word twinkle, which I thought was kind of appropriate given, you know, this is a star. And the tag, ironically, this tag, I already had this star on here, so it just kind of fit. It's funny how that works sometimes. So I just documented about what this was all about, and that this was a pretty rare event, that the last time that something like this had happened was in 1226, and also just about Greg Hogan and these photos, just to make sure he got credit. Nobody thought they were mine. I didn't do a lot of Christmas baking this year, but on the 22nd I had a craving for oatmeal chocolate chip cookies, and so this is my Christmas baking, the some extent of it, and I think I'm okay with that. I really didn't miss all the sweets. I don't think I needed to have that much floating around, so it was kind of nice just to have these treats. And basically I just was documenting that I made these cookies and that they're not necessarily screaming Christmas, but they still did the trick. I added this felt heart and this fake button. This is actually a sticker from the Graphic 45 sticker sheet for this collection. And that was day 22. Day 23, I thought I would talk about the music that I've been listening to. Normally, I get my fix of Christmas music in my commute to and from work, but with that not happening this year, I realized all of a sudden, probably about a week ago, that, you know, I haven't really heard too much Christmas music, and I don't actually have a ton of CDs and stuff like that that have Christmas music on, and I know I could go on the internet or Amazon Prime and find something, but I did have this CD from Leona Boyd. It's called A Guitar for Christmas, and I actually just played this quite a bit, and I was very, it was very nice. It's just instrumental, and the music's beautiful, and that's basically the story that I was telling today on the back of the tag. I had a little bit of space down here at the bottom, so I added this washi tape of trees just to finish that off. This tree and Merry Christmas, this was a Pretty Little Studio wood veneer piece. Again, the picture was not a full 4x6, so this just kind of helps fill it in. And I already had 2 trees on here, so this just kind of created that visual triangle. The 24th was all about my advent calendar, my crafty advent calendar that I get from Redefined Creative. This is the 3rd year that I've had this crafty calendar. It's a lot of fun. Some of the pieces that I've gotten in the calendar are spread throughout this book. And I try and take a photo every day of the items, and so this is how the package came initially, and then I have it set up so that every day you can see the different crafty items that I got. So I did do a double hinge so that I could fit all the photos on there, and it's just a fun little story to tell. The tag for this day has this paper clip of the tree. You've seen it on other tags as well. This was from Webster's Pages. Again, I didn't have a huge story to tell, so the bottom space I filled in with this Believe sticker. This was from A Crafty Advent Calendar. I can't remember if it was from this one or from a previous year. And then finally we had the 25th. This was very simple. I just have a picture of a friend of mine that we spent the day with. Our Christmas dinner, yes, we went non-traditional and had a vegetarian chili. I didn't do any other embellishments on here. This already had a quote and I didn't want to cover that up, and the paper is already pretty busy anyways, so I'm cool with this just being simple. So on the card I had already had this little extra tag just for fun. You can pull it apart or away and have the story. Our Christmas was pretty tame, if you will. We had our dinner Christmas Eve, actually, and leftovers the next day. We don't really do gifts, so there wasn't really any gift opening, although he had gotten a really lovely package from his church family, and so we did open that. And other than that, we just had a really lazy kind of day on the 25th. It was nice. It was nice to just chill and relax. And then for the end of the album, I had a sunset picture. This was taken from my balcony. I think this is the 2nd or it may even be the 3rd time that I've ended my album with a sunset picture. It kind of just wraps things up without having to say anything. I had this wood veneer. This was from one of the crafty advent calendars that I added. I really like how that looks. And then the back of the cover I could have left blank, but I had this cutout from, again, the crafty advent calendar that I thought would be fun to just fill this space. And I just used washi tape to back it, and then for the sky I had some snowflake vellum from Stampin' Up. I mean, it's really old, and I really like how that turned out. To wrap this project up, I did do a few other things. One is I added some ties to each of the rings just to make them look a little less stark. And then the other reason also is I hate it when the hinge on the ring makes its way inside the album. It just irritates me. So this will prevent that from happening. I also attached a ribbon along the back, and not that it needs it really. It's not super, I mean, it's bulky, but it's not like exploding. But I do think having it just tied up when it's on a shelf will make it a little bit more secure. This ribbon is from Stampin' Up. I believe it was called Gumball Green, and I thought it went just perfect with this paper. It's got a little bit of hash design in it, which kind of mimics this green checkered border, if you will. So that is there. And then I also added 2020 on the front with these puffy stickers from Felicity Jane. And that, my friends, is December Daily for 2020 all wrapped up. I hope you are inspired to work on your album if you are doing something similar. Let me know below if you're sharing on social media, because I'd love to check it out. And until next time, happy crafting.